Hey there, what are you expecting today? Because if you're not expecting anything, that means you have not created anything. The difference between expecting and looking for something, it's very big. When you're expecting, you are not looking for evidence. Let me put it plainly. When God said, let there be light, he did not go around looking to see if that came about or not. Our words must be fluent or in alignment with that desired outcome. Let's say that if I want my package to be here on Friday rather than Saturday, I would speak in the alignment, meaning I would say what I want to see. You know, even though they said that my package was going to be here on Saturday, it would have been nice if my package would have been here on Friday, you know, even between 4 and 5 p.m., even in the latest hour. It would be nice to have the package on Friday because I needed to drive with it on Saturday. So yeah, having it on Friday between 4 and 5, that would be good. That's it. On Friday between 4 and 5, my package arrived at my door. Now I didn't have to look for the package between Wednesday and Friday. I just let it go and it happened. In fact, when I've seen it, I couldn't believe my eyes. And this is how your manifestations should catch you by surprise, meaning they will open up your eyes and you will say, wow, I've done this only 2 days ago. Now, to be a conscious manifester is to not doubt that you manifest, but to be a little more conscious as to what it is you're manifesting. When we speak from the mind, we're speaking from fear. When we speak from the heart, we speak from love. So in your mind, there's all the drama. In your heart, there is clarity. Sometimes we are going back between the mind and the heart, and it creates chaos. But heaven's first law is order. So in your heart, there's a lot of order. There is a desire. You just need to learn its language. And I like to say that we must speak the language of the desire, or the language of the heart, or the language of the image, or the language of the outcome. So that's the difference between expecting and, looking for something. You're expecting it not by focusing on, is this going to come? Is this going to happen? But purely, you purified your thoughts to these doubtful thoughts, to this battle, and you just go deep within the heart, and in spite of everything that has happened, you just speak the language of the heart. Now I wanted to bring something else before you, and this is something that I think is going to help a lot of you. Why is it that when we decide to manifest someone or something new, we have a tendency to look at what is or what they have done or they haven't done? Let's say in the context of a personal private relationship, a specific person. We're trying to manifest them back, and here's what we're encountering. We're encountering the 3D, or what we have manifested, but rather yet what we have not manifested. When we are looking at our SP being gone, and then we're looking at the behavior that has passed between when we separated until we've decided to manifest them back, understand that that behavior only says you, as a creator, have not assigned to them a purpose. You have not decided for them the role that they need to play. And so they're a wandering soul. They may be coming in, going out. They may not even come in at all. Why? It's very important for us to understand the power that we have. So I'm going to put this in the context of a manifestation that has happened for me. Many years ago, I was working temporarily at a guest store at the mall. It was interesting the way that came about. I just left my position as an executive assistant in a financial firm, and my daughter was looking for a job before the holidays. And I said, honey, you take one side of the mall and I'll take the other side. So I began to enter into every store asking if they're hiring. Not that they weren't, but I actually wanted to speak with the manager and see if I could, put my daughter in there. At this point, this person at guest says, oh, when would you like to start? When would you like to come in? I go, such and such date, this hour. Okay. Now I felt compelled to go myself. And so I ended up working at Guess. My daughter said, I don't want to work at Guess. I felt somewhat compelled to go there because I guess I gave my word. in my job, at one point, I have decided to do the ladder exercise, which Neville talks about. And it was the second day I went to work, and the manager turns to me and says, Luminita, Aaliyah is not coming in today. Aaliyah usually takes the purses from one side and puts them on the other side. We want to put the sales shelves right here and, do all this change. She goes, I would like for you to do that. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going in the back. I'm pulling up this ladder. Actually, it was a little ladder that was standing next to the shelving. And I pull that 2-step ladder and I begin to move the purses. And I go up the ladder, down the ladder, up the ladder, down the ladder. And I realized, and I go, oh my goodness, I'm climbing up the ladder. Now, who has put into motion, or who has decided everybody else's outcome, or whose decision overruled everybody else's? Who caused the manager to tell me to fix the purses? Who caused Aaliyah not to come in that day? I did. You see, when I decide through an imaginal act what I want to do, people on the outside are going to have to shift their schedules. The world begins to shift. Reality begins to conform itself to satisfy my decision or my desire. And so when you manifest an SP, if it is your purpose for them to come back, you must assign to them a purpose. And let's say that your purpose is to marry them. Well, if your purpose was to climb the ladder, what does that purpose of you marrying them or them marrying you look like? What does marriage look like? What does it sound like? When you exchange the vows, what does it sound like? You see, if I've imagined the ladder, it was obvious. I think I've imagined a aluminum ladder, but this was a plastic ladder, and I think I only went 2 steps up and 2 steps down, or 3. What are you imagining when it comes to your SP? Let me put it this way. Everything and anything outside of you is a tool. You are a tool in the hand of God. It are a tool in your hand because you're God. So what are you doing with everything and everyone around you? Because we may say, oh, I'm not responsible for what has happened here. I'm not responsible for them doing this. They have been a tool in your hand. And if you have not used your gifts correctly when it pertains to them, you have misused those tools, or you have misused your SP, or children, or family, or money, or car, or house, and job, and so on and so forth. And so if we're not using them properly for their purpose, then they're going to be misused. My first mentor said, if you don't know the purpose of something, you're going to misuse it. If you don't know your own purpose, you're going to misuse yourself. And so we can manifest temporary things. We can manifest something and let go. That's misusing our purpose. I don't like to manifest small things. I like to manifest a lifestyle. And this is what we're teaching in our program, Manifest Without Money. We're manifesting a lifestyle, a style of speech that would be ours if our days would be lived according to our dream life. And so we're focusing more on a holistic approach of taking care of, your identity, money, relationships, and health, rather than just focusing on one particular thing. So what I would encourage you to think about is this. If your SP is not here, if your money is not here, your business is not here, whatever it is you want, you have misused their purpose. So if the purpose of a ladder is to use it to go up and down the ladder, the purpose of a husband or the purpose of a wife is to be what? Why would you want them back? What for? Why would you have that car? You have to know the why. It would be nice to have those packages because if I had them, I could have used them in my ad. You have to add the why. The why allows you to go in the direction of the outcome and what it is you want. It's like there's a purpose for the package to arrive today and not on Saturday, or to arrive on Friday and not on Saturday. There's a purpose for this man to be in my life, because if he's not in my life, he's going to be in someone else's life. There's a purpose for this money to come in my life because, listen, I've got to pay my mortgage off. There is a reason why we want these things. We've got to know the reason. And so the reason, it's not to say that you're focusing on the negative. No. You're focusing on satisfying a need in your life. You're not focusing on the negative, but you're telling the money, okay, listen, I want you to come in because of this. Or I want my SP to come into my life because why? Because of their qualities and because of what it looks like and what it would be like to be together. And because you just want to be married for the rest of your life. And because you don't want to keep going back and forth into relationships. Why would you want the package? Because I'm about to put an ad on social media and I want to have those items at my house, not when Amazon said in 6 weeks. but this is another story. But let's say this package, I don't want this package to be delivered to me on Saturday because on Saturday morning, I am on my way to a seminar. So I need to have those by Friday. I dictate what happens on the outside. I put in motion everyone. I give everyone a purpose. I don't care who that is. I don't know their name. I don't know their skin color. I don't know their height, what family they're coming from, but I know that they are a tool in my hand when I take control of my manifestation and I assign to them a purpose. And their purpose is contained within my purpose, which is to have my package on Friday rather than Saturday. Your SPC's purpose is in your purpose. What is the purpose of you having them? What's the good in them that will benefit your life? And do this with everything and let it go. Let it go and move on. Move on and do something else. Focus on something else. And what I would focus on, it's obviously creating a lifestyle. Look at how you would like to live your day, one whole day in 1 week. And begin to manifest every moment of the day, because you want to go from love to love to love, meaning you want to have a language of gratitude of everything that you're looking at, smelling, touching, hearing, and tasting. You want your 5 senses to experience from morning until night something that you're in love with. So figure out what it is you would love so that you can go from love to love and always live in love and abundance, peace, and joy. All right? So thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. Click the subscribe button below, like, share, and please come within the program Manifest Without Money, where we are actually working daily and consistently on changing our identity, changing our emotional intelligence around money, changing how we look at relationships, and ultimately changing your health overall, because the cells of your body are actually where those images are being imprinted, if you did not know that. So I would encourage you to actually take care of your body, and I would encourage you to be more cautious as to how you use your mind, because your mind, or it's not the brain, but the brain is actually the physical body, according to Dr. Lipton. So I would encourage you to take care of your mind as to the images you create, because you don't want to waste time. You don't want to waste time, you don't want to waste energy, and you don't want to waste the cells in your body. All right? You want to give yourself the best. So think about it. What is that best that makes me feel loved? Makes me feel like God loves me. The universe loves me. All right? So put the words of life in your mouth, put the words of life in everybody else out there, and you're going to reap an amazing harvest. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Bye now.